And here we go again. The Bills are making another move after yesterday signing a linebacker, Nicholas Morrow. But today, according to Jeremy Fowler, the Bills have agreed to terms with former Falcons wide receiver Mack Hollins. More help on the way for Josh Allen and the wide receiver room here in Buffalo. Now in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about Mack Hollins, including watching some film as well. But before we get into that, do me a big favor and comment down below a letter grade so far for the Bills this offseason. And also subscribe if you're new, it's free, doesn't cost anything. And with that being said, let's get right into what Mack Hollins is going to bring to Buffalo. Now, the first thing we notice when we watch Mack Hollins, and I actually do want to slow down the film just a little bit so you guys have time to analyze what's going on here. But Mack Hollins is a big-bodied, 6'4", 220-pound wide receiver who has played for Philadelphia, Miami, Vegas, and also, most recently, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, like I said, big body, possession type of guy, can go up and get some 50-50 balls, right? This is what you want to see in Buffalo. You have a Stephon Diggs type, but then you lose Gabe Davis. You lose, a bunch of other guys that they're, really wanted to bring back. However, with that being said, I am so high on Khalil Shakir. I think that dude is going to be a stud alongside Stephon Diggs, and I also have a ton of confidence in Justin Shorter. Now, I don't know how much playing time Justin Shorter is going to get. I think he can come in and compete in the offseason in training camp and whatnot, but I think Mack Hollins gives you a reliable 50-50 ball receiver for the season, right? Again, he's a guy who is 6'4", massive frame, right? Unbelievable catch radius as well. I think this is going to be a pretty good fit. Now, I don't think he's going to come in here and give you 700 yards. I don't think he's that type of guy, but I think in the red zone, when you need someone to go out there and get a big catch, he can do that, right? Now, over the last 3 seasons, he started to break out here in his NFL career. When he was in Philadelphia, didn't do too much. Miami didn't really play too much. But then he got to Vegas, where he absolutely was a good receiver. In 2022, the man had 57 catches for over 690 yards and 4 touchdowns. Then he goes to Atlanta and kind of puts up a little bit of a stinker. 18 catches for 250 yards, but at the same time, he was averaging 13.9 yards per reception, which is pretty good. Now, this pass, look at this one. Okay, again, want a 50-50 ball? This is your man. Boom, bring it down. Mack Hollins, baby. Hey, I'm telling you, I think a guy like this in the system with Josh Allen could really, really help this offense. Now, I also want to point out the fact that, behind Justin Shorter, Khalil Shakir, Stephon Diggs, there's no wide receiver depth that I love, right? Cajun Hamler is okay. Dealt with some injury issues in the past. You have, Andy Isabella, who, again, was highly rated coming out of college for a little bit there and then kind of slowed down a little bit. But it was good with Arizona. And then you have, another situation where, passing the ball last year, averaging 7 yards per pass, really good, right? Top 10, number 9 in completion percentage, pretty good, right? I feel like this team is just one step away from being that Super Bowl contender. And I'm not saying they weren't Super Bowl contenders last season, just they find themselves, they can't get over the hump, right? And I feel like Mack Hollins may not do exactly that, but he's someone you can rely on, right? He's someone that can come in here and just make plays for your football team, when you need it the most. Especially if there's an injury to, let's just say Justin Shorter is a starter and he goes down for 2 weeks. You have a spot starter who I can rely on to go out and give me a solid week. We saw him do that in Vegas. And you know what? Another funny thing is, he's never had a quarterback like Josh Allen. So give him Josh Allen and let's see what he can do. If he can get over 690 yards with Derek Carr, I guarantee you he can get over. Listen, I get it. I said he wasn't going to get over 700 yards here. He might not. But he also might. I mean, he's a good receiver. If he wins that number 2 job here in Buffalo, you never know. But with that being said, what do you think the Bills also need to do to continue to build this team up? I feel like there's a lot of possibilities in terms of going out and getting another wide receiver in the draft. They brought in a backup quarterback in Mitch Trubisky. They brought in Nicholas Morrow, who's going to fill in for Matt Milano until he gets fully healthy. I feel like they've made some really good moves, and I feel like this one is just, it's a solid piece. It's a solid piece. Nothing too crazy. I think they're going to get him for dirt cheap because he had such a bad season. And I think Bills fans will honestly start to fall in love with how he plays football just because he can go up and get some big plays. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.